What's up, my pungos? Andy Vlogs, doing another vlog here, and as the title suggests, man, I'm gonna get deep into it. This is why I switched to iPhone. This is insane. I never imagined having this conversation. Let me give you some background, some history on the channel, and more about me. The fact that 2020 me is sitting here and holding the newest iPhone is unprecedented. It's been at least 8 years coming. And the reason why I say that is because, well, one of the first, if not the first video on this channel, if you sort my channel by date, you will see that my first vlog was legitimate criticism of iPhone 5. Let me say that again. My first video that started my channel, Andy Vlogs, was a video complaining about iPhone. So I wanted to first off talk about, the most buzzed topic going around right now in the gadget world, which is the iPhone 5. Meh. I'm not really impressed. I haven't had an iPhone myself, but I've been an Android guy for the last 3 years. I got the HTC Inspire when it came out through AT&T, and I've enjoyed Android phones up till then. I don't see what all the hype is about it. I mean, cool, it's got a 720p front-facing camera. Oh wait, my Google Nexus 7 has it too. Whoop-de-doo. So does my HTC One X. So I don't know what's so cool about that. I mean, everyone else has already been doing it. Nothing new. I don't see what all the hype is. Maybe the iPhone 4 when it came out was revolutionary, and all its cool gizmos and gadgets, and iOS 5 with FaceTime. That was cool, but that's old news. I mean, Skype is awesome now. So, my idea is, meh. Well, let that sink in. And now I've completely come full circle, and I will be switching all of my phones to the iPhone. It's crazy. I never thought I would get to this. I never did. I did feel like at one point, if the scales had obviously switched and moved towards the iPhone, I would. And that's what this video is about. So let's go into it. I have always been an Android lover. I have always adopted Android phones because open source, because community, because competition, because downloading media directly to your phone and being able to move it to your computer. Those are the biggest issues that I had with Apple. I still have these issues with Apple. The fact that this is completely software and hardware locked, where there's no competition whatsoever for any of the Apple operating systems, to me is political. I won't get into it, but I hate the idea that everything is all controlled by one company. I've always hated that. The second thing, I hate the fact where your media, at least originally when iTunes was out and when you had iPods, that everything was locked to your phone. I understand licensing and I understand pirating. It was huge. I don't believe in pirating at all. I'm all for buying your product. But when you legitimately buy it from their app store, from their iTunes store, I should be able to move it to my computer. Everyone has a computer. You can't. You have to do it through a third party and you lose the warranty. This was back, when iPods were around. I had an iPod, one of the iPods that you used your finger that allowed you to scroll down. I literally had Gen 2 iPod. I got it when I was 18. It was like the best thing that came out. After I graduated, we got the iPod Video. I'm no ignoramus when it comes to technology and when it comes to Apple. I just hated their philosophy behind their technology. And then Android came out. Well, I actually don't know the whole who came out first, iPhone or Android, when it came to a smartphone. Obviously, I know that Apple came up with the iPhone that had the touch and capacitive sensor. I was on a religious sabbatical, so I wasn't able to follow tech. But when I came back, iPhone 3 came out, where 3G was released. And that's when I started getting into iPhones. I got a Samsung Touch
screen iPhone. It's somewhere around here. I haven't grabbed it. And then I went to the HTC. I went to the Google phones. Then I went ultimately to Samsung Galaxy Note 3, which was probably by far the best phone. I gave that to my mom and she used it all the way up till last year until she updated her phone. So don't get me wrong. I love me some Android. I love the ability that you can sideload apps. There were a bunch of competition out there, besides Google Play, where you could get your own apps. Samsung had its own app store. Amazon had its own app store. A bunch of other companies had their own app stores. And I was all for that competition because it made apps cheaper. It also made games better on Android. Now, let's fast forward to 2017, 2018, 2019. In 2017, there was a crucial moment where Apple finally allowed Google to authorize Google services on Apple. But Google was smart to make all of their apps free. That way, they didn't have to charge them an arm and a leg. They just charged the licensing, maybe the annual fees that came out. When they migrated Google services, which included Google Search, all of the Google Office stuff like Word and Sheets and Slides and Google Keeps, they moved the calendar over, they moved Google Maps. That was huge. I mean, let's talk about Apple Maps. That aside, they also allowed Google Photos, Google Hangouts, obviously YouTube Studio. With that said, that was one of the first reasons that Apple turned my head, is that I didn't have to migrate all of my major services over to Apple. Because I'm not all about the exclusivity. I have my own cloud storage. I have my own text message and messenger. I have my own mail client. I have my own apps on my app store. And since 2017, when I found out that I don't necessarily have to buy into all the Apple services and I don't have to pay for all the Apple services, it made that transition much easier. Let's fast forward to 2018, 2019, and now 2020. I don't play games on my phone anymore. It was a huge staple of my channel. As you may know, I have a gaming channel. And the majority of my gaming from 2015 to 2017 was Android gaming, was mobile gaming. And a lot of the apps over on Android were the best. I had an Android tablet that I could export 1080p. I had an Android phone that could capture screen. Apple just was way behind the game. Even now with the Apple Arcade, it's still garbage. They have these exclusivities which aren't good. With that said, I no longer am doing the gaming. I have slowly moved away from the gaming channel. And I hate to say that because that's where I started. I started on the gaming. So with that said, guys, I've kind of ramped on. I'm going to go ahead and open up my first iPhone here for you live. I've never done this before. Oh my gosh, it's just making me nervous to present to you the iPhone 12 in all its glory. I'm not even going to go through what's included in the box, but here it is in all its glory. They've gone back to the iPhone box with the incredible square flush screen. Duck my head. This all metal chassis, the ceramic glass on the back, the incredible 2 cameras, front facing camera. This is all that. Oh, it's really light. It's actually very, very light. So I'm going to go ahead and boot it up for the first time. And I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this device. Hopefully you like that little excerpt of me in my very first video, from me talking about my hatred of iPhone, and now I'm coming to terms with it. I think it's kind of interesting. So with that said, hopefully you guys like this content. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'm going to enjoy my first iPhone. I have a MacBook. I have an iPad. Those are amazing products. It's the phone that I've had an issue with. And now I'm a fanboy. Gosh dang it. I can't believe I'm saying that. See you guys. Hit like if you like, subscribe if you want to see more. Andy with Andy Vlogs signing out.